You know what's an amazing thing? Is that nothing really matters. In the grand scheme of things, nothing matters. I gotta say that this water is extremely cold. It's been getting down in the 40s at night. Actually, it got down below freezing already. I don't know what the water temperature is, but it's pretty effing cold. I will say that. So I'm trying to ease myself in here. I'm barefoot too on all these rocks, as you can see. So these rocks, they're not too pleasant on the feet. But anyway, get back to the topic at hand here, is that nothing really matters. And again, I pondered about this a lot because, I used to be the type of person that I would let what people say get to me and what they think about me. I would let that get to me, and I would kind of let it dictate the decisions I would make in life. I wasn't able to fully express myself and be the person I wanted to be because, fear of judgment and all that crap. So what caused me to get away from that and change my mindset about that is basically almost dying. I got really sick in 2017, was on the brink of death for over a year. So it really put things into perspective and made me realize what was important and what's not. And I can tell you that what people think about you and a lot of the stuff that we think is important doesn't really freaking matter. None of that stuff's important. Somebody's gonna say something bad about you and hurt your feelings or whatever. It doesn't matter. None of that stuff's important. What is important is your health, the people around you, the people you surround yourself with, the amount of positivity that's in your life, the amount of gratitude you have for the things that you have in your life, because it's easy to overlook the small things, but a lot of us have a lot of stuff to be grateful for. The simple fact of still being here and standing here today is something to be grateful for. Waking up in the morning, something to be grateful for. If you're watching this video, the fact that you can watch the video is something to be grateful for, because there's a lot of people who don't even have that. So focusing on things like that, to me, those are things that actually matter, because that's benefiting you in some way. That is making your life better. It's bringing positivity to the world. And that's a great thing. And something else I think about a lot is these people that are always so power hungry, like the Bill Gateses and the George Soros, that they want to depopulate the world and they don't care about people at all. They would like to see a world where there's fewer people because they just despise their fellow man so much. And these people are only out for power and money. And that's something I cannot understand, because at the end of the day, we're all going to wind up in the dirt. That's where it ends for all of us. So when you're on your deathbed and you're thinking back about your life and you have billions of dollars and you've just made people's life misery and brought nothing but pain and suffering to the world, but you have all this power, what is all that power for? That is something I just cannot understand. I guess if that kind of thing is what makes you happy, people's suffering is what makes you happy, and that's how they live their life, being happy is because they've made other people suffer, I guess maybe that could be it. But to me, it would be a lot more fulfilling for me to be laying on my deathbed thinking back on my life and all the people I was able to impact in a positive way. If I was actually able to make a dent in the world and change someone's life for the better, even if it was just one person, I would be happy with that. I'm a very minimalist type person. I don't need a lot to get me by. I don't need a lot to make me happy. Simple things like this, being able to stick my butt in cold water, is a pretty good thing that makes me happy. And I'm totally fine with that. Spending some time with my dog out here, who is just kind of guarding the situation right now, that's something that makes me happy. And I just could not imagine being in the position that these people are in, having all that money and all that influence, that power for influence, and using it to do bad. But I guess that's how supervillains are born. But I think a lot can be learned from that, because if we can learn from these bad people that do all these bad things, then it kind of shows us what not to be, and it shows us the kind of person that we should strive to be, which is basically the exact opposite of those people I just mentioned. So something I found very beneficial is just when I start feeling down about myself or my situation, or I start thinking, things are bad, or people don't like me, or there's judgment there, or whatever it is, if it's just some sort of negative energy, I just think about that. When I'm on my deathbed and I'm reflecting back on my life, is what I'm dealing with now going to matter? Is it going to be a thought in my mind? And if the answer is no, then I don't let it affect me. It's really as simple as that. And things like this, cold exposure, which this water is really freaking cold, by the way, this can be very helpful also, because it kind of takes your mind off of all the negative things in your life and lets you just focus on not being cold. Because cold water, it's a really good stress reliever, just because it takes your mind off everything else that's going on. So with that said, I think I've been in here long enough. I'm pretty sure there's certain parts of my body that are starting to go numb. So I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna spend a little time with my dog, who is patiently waiting on me. And I think she sees those dogs over on the other side of the lake there. She's watching them too. But hopefully you got some value out of this, and if anything else, hopefully this just brought some different perspective of things. So if you haven't done so already, be sure to like, subscribe, join the Apex Tribe, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, peace out.